You guys, oh, this is all kind of crazy. I hope this is not upside down. Yeah, they might be. I'm not accustomed to seeing the camera like this. All right, I'm having some technical difficulty because my phone died. So I don't know if the other live is over. Okay, I need to end the first live, but how do you end it if your phone's dead? So hopefully anybody who's watching me is coming. What happened with the other live is that my phone died. My phone died. I didn't use this phone because it wasn't fully charged, not really thinking that my other phone wasn't fully charged either. And so that phone died while I was in the live. So I'm going to finish out this live and then I'll go and see if I have enough juice to end the other live, because I feel like the other live is still doing that spinning thing because I never ended it. And I don't know. It would be awesome if there was a way for me to just go on YouTube and end that live from this end. It's like I have two lives going on at the same time. Oh, brother. The other phone is completely dead, so it needs juice for me to be able to go back and end that. So I'm just going to focus on this here. The point I'm trying to make, is that God let them know that because they weren't making him a priority, they were having a lot of lack. They were experiencing a lot of lack. So in chapter 1, verse 3, it says, is it time for you yourselves to dwell, verse 3, verse 4, this is a word that Haggai is getting from the Lord to tell the people, is it time for you yourselves to dwell in your paneled houses and this temple to lie in ruins? Now therefore, thus says the Lord, consider your ways. Verse 6, you have sown much and bring in little. You eat, but do not have enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink. You clothe yourselves, but no one is warm. And he who earns wages to put into a bag with holes. Okay, so this paints a picture of, they're trying to go forward and take care of their own selves and take care of their own situation without worrying about building the house of the Lord because it's so challenging. But God is saying, look at how hard you're working, but yet you can't seem to prosper. You're working hard, but it's almost like you have holes in your pockets. Okay. And back in the day when they were on the mountain of obedience and the mountain of disobedience, and God told them what would happen if they disobeyed God, part of the mountain of disobedience and the curse that came with disobeying God is, even though you're working really hard, you wouldn't be able to reap, you wouldn't be able to harvest a good amount of crop and fruit for the effort that you put in. And I've actually experienced that, you guys. I've actually experienced like, man, you're faithful. You're working so hard. We should be more prosperous than this. There's always something eating up our funds. Have you ever been in a situation you finally managed to save up a bunch of money, but then you have to replace the furnace or the hot water heater, or your car breaks down, or you know what I'm saying? There's always something sucking up your money, And in this situation, what God was saying to them was, that's happening to you because you're not obeying me. I sent you here to rebuild. And I want to reestablish a relationship with you. And I want to do it according to what I told Moses. According to the system of worship that I revealed to Moses. That's what I want to do. And so it's not because I want a temple like everybody else, but you need that touch point. And I want you to worship me in spirit and in truth. I want you to worship me the way, I've established for you to worship me, not your own way, not a mix of what you think and what you see other people doing, not with other idols. And the first step toward that is to rebuild the temple. You have to make me a priority. You can't sit up in your nice house and go about your business like you did in captivity. You're not in captivity no more. Now it's time to work and retake this promised land, but it takes work. Just like it took the first time when you guys had to take the promised land. But don't worry. I'm going to be with you when you do that. And so in their complacency, God reached out to them and God told them, that they couldn't stay that way. Okay? And he explained to them why they were having the lack that they were having. Verse 9 says, you look for much, but indeed it came to little. And when you brought it home, I blew it away. Why, says the Lord? Because of my house that is in ruins, while every one of you runs to his own house. Verse 10, therefore, the heavens above you withhold the dew, and the earth withholds its fruit. For I called for a drought on the land and the mountains, on the grain, and on the new wine and the oil, on whatever the ground brings forth, on men and livestock, and on all the labor of your hands. And this was to get their attention. Okay? But then it says when Zerubbabel, the governor, the son of Shealtiel, and Joshua, the son of Jehozadak, the high priest, with all the remnant of the people, when they heard this word, they obeyed the voice of the Lord, their God. It says, then they obeyed the voice of the Lord, their God, and the words of Haggai the prophet, as the Lord their God had sent him, and the people feared the presence of the Lord. Then Haggai, the Lord's messenger, spoke the Lord's message to the people, saying, I am with you, says the Lord. So the Lord stirred up the spirit of Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and the spirit of Joshua, the son of Jehozadak, the high priest, and the spirit of all the remnant of the people. And they came and worked on the house of the Lord of hosts, their God. Okay? And so God, when they repented and turned back to God and trusted God and believed God, it says God empowered them to finish the work. Okay? So as I go to God and I make him a priority and I ask him what his purpose is for my life, he will empower me to walk out that purpose and that plan. He will stir me up to do what I need to do. I'm not able to do it in and of myself and in my own strength, but I don't have to. He never intended for that to be the case. Okay? But in order for me to be able to enjoy this blessing, I need to be shaken out of my complacency. I need to be shaken out of this, position of just worrying about, doing my own thing, and make God a priority. Okay? So I've been meditating about that. And I've been meditating on, making God a priority and what that looks like on a day-to-day basis. What does it look like to make God a priority? What does it look like to renew my mind so that I think like God and I don't think the way people that don't serve God think, the way my culture is pushing me to think, which a lot of times are at odds with the way God thinks. Okay? And my first step is to ingest this, as much as possible, but not just to read it. Okay? I've really been trying to get myself to kind of meditate on these things and meditate on the application of these things. Okay? So that's all I have for you guys this morning. I see that 2 people are watching. I'm hoping you guys are the same people that were with me on the last live when I got cut off because my battery died. Okay? But I'm going to take you upstairs with me so that I can make sure I turn off the other live. I wouldn't want to be live all day on my charging station on because I think the other live is still going on and it will go on until I turn it off. But nobody's awake. It's Saturday morning. I'm the only one that's awake like this. Nobody else is awake. So see. All right, I'm on my charging station. It's on 10%. I don't know how much I can do on 10%, but I will see. Uh-oh. Did I turn something off? Okay, guys. My phone is acting up. So I'm just going to go ahead and end this live. So I'll catch you guys in the next live while I take care of the first live. Be blessed, y'all.